Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So today is looking good, and we have some urgent breaking developments to talk about, including something totally out of left field. Well, is it? Not really. But the strategic reserve that we've been talking about for Bitcoin, it may not just be for Bitcoin. It could be for many, many, many other crypto projects out there. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about what else happened today and everything else that's related. All right. Let's do it. Welcome, guys. We are starting out the day. Bitcoin is around 99,000, slightly lower than yesterday, just slightly. But you know what's not slightly over is XRP. Look at that at 334, basically making its previous high. You got Stellar, you got Algorand, you got Cardano, you got HBAR, you got Chainlink, Sui. Well, Sui didn't go up as much, but it's going up. Even Solana. There's something going on today, guys. Something big going on. That's what we got to talk about. All right, the U.S. market is opening up kind of mixed. We got a little bit of new economic data. For example, jobless claims went up, but that also makes sense because of the, what's going on in California. So, you got to take that with a grain of salt. But overall, today, kind of a mixed day because yesterday was such a spectacular day for the U.S. market. Right? But it could still turn green. It's looking like it right now. So that's all good. But what's really fantastic is this is coming out. Now, we've been talking about this since November for a couple months now. How America-based crypto projects, they're going to be hot this year. Okay? Because of all the regulations, especially with you got Gensler out, and then you got a new pro commissioner coming in. Was it Paul Atkins? And you got many other pro crypto people coming in. But not only that, we've been talking about the strategic reserve of Bitcoin for quite some time. Now it seems like there may be more in that reserve. So supposedly, out of the New York Post, a lot of other American-based crypto projects are considered, which includes the likes of Ripple and even Solana. And I'm sure Hedera's in there and Algorand and many others. So this would change the game, right? Right now, yes, a lot of people, everyone is thrilled and looking forward to this Bitcoin strategic reserve. But imagine if it's not just Bitcoin. The U.S. government starts buying XRP or Algorand or Cardano or Solana. You could throw Sui in there. Sui is U.S. based too. Avalanche, Chainlink, these are all U.S. based crypto projects. This would be absolutely massive. This may be the reason why Donald Trump is throwing a crypto ball dinner. I think that's tomorrow. In fact, it's very expensive to get in, and a lot of major crypto heads will be there, and that may be the reason why they're all trying to get him to throw their project coins into the reserve. I mean, this is huge. Absolutely huge. I mean, this is not unexpected either. Like, for example, I've been talking a lot about China and how one day they're going to open up crypto trading in mainland. And it would not surprise me they'd do the same thing, that they would cater to more of the Chinese-based crypto projects there for their citizens to load up on. Makes sense, right? But yeah, of course, you're not restricted. You could buy everything else. But I mean, these are the ones obviously that's been making the most moves especially something like XRP, which has been just going and going and going and going. Just days ago, it was like 220. And then it went up to the 230s. Well, no, it dropped to 220 here. I mean, just like a week ago. And then it just kept going, right? And even before that, it kept going too. So this is pretty big news. Don't know if it's going to happen or when it's going to happen, but I think it makes a whole lot of sense. And at least the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve, that bill has been working for quite some time. So as soon as day one comes, inauguration comes, we could see that. We can see that get going very, very quickly. Now, in addition to Trump making a crypto reserve, well, his son Eric Trump also reveals his holdings, and he holds a lot of what you guys hold and what I hold. Bitcoin, ETH, although I don't hold ETH anymore. Solana, SUI, right? Again, a lot of the major crypto and American-based crypto projects, right? So this will be a new theme going forward. Even though some of these projects don't have a lot going on, but this is big. Just to be in the new realm, I guess, in the new administration and this new America First, theme, they could be carried very, very, very far. Very far indeed. All right. Now, besides this breaking news, what else is there? Well, I've been talking about don't fall for a FUD because you're going to end up buying back higher, right? That's exactly what happened in Wall Street, and I said so. We had 4 straight days of outflow, and guess what? Yesterday was a massive 755 million inflow, which almost made up for the entire 4 days of outflow, right? Wall Street does it all the time. They're very reactionary. They dump based on FUD and they FOMO whenever there's good news. But if you want to be smarter than that, just continue to hold on DCA. That's it. Don't be one of these guys that's always trying to, time it or fall for FUD and panic dump. You're just going to end up buying back at a higher price. And all these people that sold, they bought back at a higher price. And today we'll probably see inflow again too, right? So it's really that simple. As for this year, I already mentioned so many things, but hey, here's the latest Bitcoin prediction for this year. You got a lot of major people, companies, exchanges making a whole lot of predictions. 150 is actually the most conservative. And we could go all the way up to $300, $400 million this year. I mean, hey, with all the FOMO and everything that's been happening, it would not surprise me. It really would not surprise me. 132,000 Bitcoin addresses pop off in January, the biggest jump since when Bitcoin hit 108. So even though Bitcoin's price is not back to its previous high, even though, quite honestly, it's not that far off, the fundamentals of Bitcoin continues to grow stronger. I've even said this when Bitcoin was at 60,000, 40,000. You can't measure fundamentals based on price because sometimes the price trails and because there's fear or manipulation or whatever. But if you're looking at, for example, the hash rate, the active addresses, right? They're all looking pretty darn good. So I'm looking forward to the next leg up. If you're a chartist, you're looking at something like this, which is looking pretty darn good. And then what comes after that is this. We mimic a lot of, right now our current pattern mimics a lot of previous patterns, including what happened last January, okay? And if you look at past cycles, right around January, mid-January, especially after inauguration, that's when things really start going and getting nutty. But even outside the previous cycles, you just look at last year, the same thing happened. We topped out around 49,000, and then we went down to 39,000. That's a big freaking drop, right? From the end of the year to about where we are now in January. And then guess what happened? We went from 38,000 and we kept going to 74,000 in March. And it looks like we just didn't stop. We just kept going and going and going and going. Are we going to see something like that happen again? Well, it's possible. It's definitely possible, right? All right. Outside of Bitcoin, a lot of the American-based projects I already talked about many, many times. Yesterday, I talked about XRP, right? Been talking a lot about them. But, I mean, today, there's a whole slew of projects that went up. Chainlink is one of them. Still kind of weak compared to the previous high. But, hey, a lot of people don't realize Chainlink is American-based, ISO-compliant, on Coinbase. It ticks all the right check boxes, okay? And they continue, fundamentally, they continue to thrive and do very well. They have new partnerships that's coming in all the time. They're on all major chains. Every single DeFi project pretty much uses them as well. They're still upgrading their CCIP, right, which is an interoperability layer, which allows, again, projects to utilize it almost as a bridge to connect to multiple chains, multiple dApps, even real world price feeds, a lot of stuff, right? And right now, you do have a lot of whales loading up. Retail, maybe not in it as much, but whales are loading up. You see a ton of Link being removed from exchanges, kind of like Bitcoin. And that's what we want to see. What about Sui, for example? Also, Sui, again, a lot of people don't realize this. Sui is an American-based project. The developers came from, they're ex-Facebookers, but they're based in Silicon Valley. A lot of people don't realize this. They think it's like an overseas Asian project, but it's not. And it's been one of the hottest crypto projects since 2023, 2024. It slowed down a little bit, just a little bit in the last few weeks, but it is definitely hot and something that can be even considered for the strategic reserve. Even Eric Trump holds some, so that tells you something, right? And fundamentally, they're also extremely strong. Development activity continues to go up. Their TVL, which measures all the liquidity on the chain, is skyrocketing and going upwards. Volume is also skyrocketing and going upwards. So basically, if you're measuring the chain's health, it is the highest it's been. Peak health right now. Again, a lot of these projects, you can't judge them just based on the current price action. You got to look at what's underneath. But when you have both, when you have a coin where it just goes up and fundamentals goes up, it's absolutely fantastic, right? But it's not just limited to these. Hedera today shot up to the moon. Algorand, Cardano. You got so many others that are skyrocketing. I mean, XRP's up 15% today. That's kind of nutty. Even Solana, which a lot of people don't realize, it is American based too. I forgot. I don't know where they're out of, but they're located in the U.S. I mean, so just look at it, right? Solana's up 7%. I just talked about Chainlink up 7%. You got Hedera up 15%. Man, you got a lot of great movers today. All right, that's pretty much it. Bitcoin showing slight weakness, but a lot of these alts man, they're still showing very strong. Showing a lot of strength, I should say. All right, let's do some Q&A. Scrolling up. Johnny McGirdle said XRP is that. I'm not gonna repeat it. That was funny. All right. Let's see. Let's see here. Looking good. Good morning. All right. Scrolling. What do you mean? What do you think about Dogecoin? Nothing wrong with Doge. It's still holding very well, and it could probably break through its previous high. Poly market odds for Bitcoin strategic reserve. You know what? I've never looked at that. Can't find it right now. This is interesting. Interesting, a day like today with such terrific news and a lot of projects pumping, Bitcoin is showing a little weakness. I guess Wall Street did not like this new jobless claims. So Wall Street is selling off a little bit. But I mean, again, anyone that doesn't understand this, it may not happen day one, but I mean, I don't think people realize how big this is. You're going from magic internet money created out of thin air about, what, 15 years ago to becoming something that the country is thinking about loading up on. And now, not just Bitcoin, if there's others that's put in that bucket, we're talking about the US government with endless amount of money because they can print and borrow however much they want to be buying crypto and putting it into their reserve. That's just insane. Insane. Please look at MaxCoin. It's the AI agent that allows you to instantly 10 to 1,000x on future whitelistings. Legit? No. Not gonna be looking at that. And if it was that good, okay, type shiz lose, then you wouldn't need to promote it. You could just use it and snipe all future AI agents and make 100 to 1,000x. Why would you waste your time shilling it then if it's that good? Zeus's, are we about to lose all the gains on our alts in the past days in 30 minutes of Bitcoin dumping again? No, we're not, man. Maybe you haven't been paying attention. Like XRP is 42% in the last 7 days. So sometimes you got to chill and not fall for the FUD. And you're creating your own FUD right now. What do you think about Axelar? Axelar is actually interesting. I mean, it's an interoperable bridge for liquidity for many chains. It's a decent project. It's just not very sexy. It's kind of boring. But that doesn't mean it can't do well. New York Minute, Jordan. I'm still considering that Tesla purchase. Is waiting for XRP to hit $10. Which one? You go buy my X from me? Remember, dips are gifts. Will the U.S. government sell their 69,000 Bitcoin from Silk Road? Unlikely at this point, unless they go do it 4 days before inauguration. But whoever does it will be fired. But it's just really unlikely because Trump already said he's going to take all the confiscated Bitcoin and put it into the reserve. James, do you have high conviction PYR Vulcan Forge this bull run? I do like Jamie. I like how he's really hustling and creating new things. But the gaming narrative right now is just really not there. When gaming gets hot, Vulcan is going to do really well. But right now, gaming narrative is just not hot. Web3 games, there are some that are doing well, but the traditional Web3 games from past cycles have not. But that could change. In altcoin season, a lot of stuff, gets hot. So I'm hoping that it still happens. What changed your mind? Cybertruck? Oh, I need another tax. I need a tax deduction, and I couldn't get a Raptor R because I didn't want to overpay. And after looking at and from a content perspective, the hottest car to make content on is the Cybertruck. So a lot of reasons why. And I really think once you wrap it, which I'm probably going to do this weekend, you wrap it, you put on some nice big wheels, it looks pretty good. Patrick, appreciate it. Sol up to 210 today. I think it got to like 220 today. But up a good 7%. That's always awesome. Did you order one of Roadsters? No, I'm glad I didn't because people put down $50,000 and have held their reservation for like 4 or 5 years and still not out. I don't think he'll ever work on a Roadster. He's just working on too many stuff. I think Roadster is going to be the last thing that gets released from Tesla. Who do you think is selling? It's pretty obvious. It's Wall Street. Whenever Bitcoin dips after market opens, it's Wall Street. It's someone from Wall Street. So, you know, you don't even have to guess. It's Wall Street. So US market right now, kind of uncertain because we had some bad economic data today, but yesterday and the day before we got good inflation readings. So again, it could just be a little bit of profit taking right now, just a little bit. But it would still not surprise me that we flipped to the upside, and this is just like a little shakeout before the next rise. Muhammad, no, because my prediction for SOL this cycle is quite high. I think, you know, it went from 1,000 to 1,500, so I don't think I need to revise that. I think it's still like that's pretty aggressive. But I think it could happen. This gaming chair is from Costco. I go to Costco all the time, even though when I don't need anything, and I end up spending hundreds of dollars. That's just how it is. Do you expect Bitcoin to cross 100K by inauguration? I expect it to be above previous high. I think Bitcoin will be at like 110, 115 by inauguration day. Why is AVAX sleeping? You know what? I'm actually puzzled by that too, because AVAX is also based in the US. It's a big cap. You know, they've been around for a while. They have a lot of things going on. I think they're supporting gamers and games. And I think that's been the issue because this narrative has not taken off yet. And primarily everything on Avalanche is games. All their chains are games, and that may be the reason why. They haven't really fully embraced AI or memes or AI agents. The foundation is hardcore supporting games, and there's nothing wrong with that. But once games gets hot, Avalanche will probably get really, really hot. Connor, thank you. Ricardo says, I follow a few MSTR channels, 1,000 to 1,500 more. It was there before it got split. So can it go back up there? But right now, MicroStrategy is not doing very hot. Like, it just can't. It's just in the low to mid 300s. Can't get back to 400. You know, but others are doing well. Jaden, some XRP enthusiasts believe XRP will pass ETH market cap by March. Thoughts? Well, it could happen. You know, like Sol was at this point, and I said Sol will flip ETH this cycle. right? I actually thought maybe it could have happened last year, but obviously I was wrong on that. But I maintain that Sol will flip ETH based on all the activity and stuff. Can XRP flip ETH? At this point in time, it's only half. Yeah, it could definitely. I don't know though. That's assuming that ETH doesn't move, because I think XRP will top out anywhere from like $8 to $10. Okay. So that would place them at like maybe a 500 billion market cap, maybe a little bit more. So unless ETH just absolutely does not move, it might be hard, but who knows? ETH is showing a lot of weakness. So if XRP continues to show strength and ETH shows weakness, that flip could happen by the end of this year. I don't think by March, but by the end of this year, yes. African tea travels. You remember? Welcome. Jerry says, Sailor says he will burn his Bitcoin when he dies. Do you believe that? He will burn his own personal ones. But as for MicroStrategies, he's not legally allowed to burn that. I think if he did, well, I guess who are the SEC going to go after if he's dead? But yeah, he can't do that. He would totally destroy MicroStrategy if he did that. Lovebug. George, can Bitcoin hit 40K discount in a bear market? Well, it depends on how high we go. If this is top, if 100K is top, and then we go into crypto winter, can it hit 40K again? Yes. But if we're hitting 300,000 in this top and we're coming down, no, we'll never go below 6 figures again. You know what's weird about today? Today feels like a Friday. But it's only Thursday. I don't know why it feels like a Friday. Matthew Roy, you're welcome and thank you. Jets says, buy under 100K, you fools. That's pretty much the gist of it, yes. There's no way we're anywhere close to top. And you still have a lot of fudders that come out and will, you know, spread all this FUD about how low we're going to go, or try to spread misery, or even, you know, try to shame you for not buying something or for buying something. You got a whole lot of comments. You know, there are a lot of days I'm thinking about just shutting down comments on my videos, because there's no point. Because first of all, like 90% of it is bots, and we try to get rid of bot comments as much as possible, but those are always more. So that's number one. Number two is just like, you have all these like miserable people that's just spreading FUD. And I'm just thinking like, why even allow it? If I just shut down all comments, it's fine. People still watch, and then there'll be no bot comments and no FUD. NMCT is the only thing holding on Polygon is Polymarket. It seems like the only good project. There's literally almost $1 billion of USDC in Polymarket. You know what? I don't know what. Maybe you might be right about that. I don't know what else is on Polygon. I really don't. And it just seems like they're not doing anything. They're getting destroyed by the competition, and everyone's moving off of it. And this whole conversion to Pol is just so weird, because some exchanges support it, some don't. There's 2 symbols now on CMC. It's hard to like know what's going on. So that's why Polygon has not made any moves back. Almost everything in my DCA portfolio is at least back to zero, but Polygon is still down. They just have made no traction at all. Yes to crypto. Yes, that's true. Anyone that has that master cock NFT is special. And they're going to get rewarded in some way. Sell and may go away. Your thoughts. It could happen. If you look at this, look at what happened in January. After we went up, if you look at almost every major cycle the last year, what happens is the first few weeks in January, it goes down. Then we go on a tremendous run until like end of March or April. Then we dip down a little bit. That's when that May thing comes into play. We could go down a little bit and then we boom, continue back up. I've been thinking about doing like creative stuff on my travels. So next conference I'll be at is ETH Denver. So I think I'm gonna do something where you know, I always randomly meet people, right? So I'm gonna do like a contest. Something like the first 50 people I meet, I'll give them like $100 worth of Bitcoin. And then if they could double or nothing by answering one crypto question. Something fun like that. And then maybe by the end of the year, I could give away a Cybertruck. I don't know. Do something fun and creative while traveling, since I meet so many people anyways. And I've been still thinking about that 100K party a lot of people asked for. So I may do that this year. No, it's not gonna be like a P. Diddy party. No. No baby oil. Donate to the Cybertruck to Whistling Diesel. No thanks. That guy burns through money like it's nothing, man. But his videos are super entertaining. That guy's funny. I wish I had like a farm like he does. Like where I live is just like it's all like suburbs areas. Like I can't do anything. I would love to buy a big farmland area where you could just do whatever the hell you want. For content creation, it's like perfect. Starlight, what exchange can I use as American overseas in Thailand? I'm having trouble signing up. I mean, there are a lot of foreign exchanges, like BitUnix. That's my go-to now for trading, and I'm pretty sure you can sign up for BitUnix in Thailand. Now we're getting a little pop XRP's going back up. Even Stellar's joining in the game. And then you got Sol coming back up to 210. Adara, you know, we're getting that little pop. Like I said, it would not surprise me today. Everything turns green. This could be a little profit taking from yesterday because yesterday was a spectacular day. And then a little fake out, little shakeout before you see like this tremendous greens and buying all over the place. Don't show down comments. But I'm thinking, why? Who cares? Who cares? I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do that. Because, yes, when I come across a channel that doesn't have comments on, it's kind of fishy. But I'm just thinking, like, why do you need it? When you watch TV, there's no comments. You go to all these other crypto channels, their comments are just all botted. No one actually takes the time to read them. So it's like, what's the point? YouTube can't shut down the bot comments. No matter how many we ban, how many words we ban, how many people we ban, there's always more bots that chime in. It's full moon week. Ooh. AI will be able to do that one day. I'm hoping so. YouTube is just like the worst when it comes to bot comments. They've been around for a long, long, long time. There used to be impersonators. Now they got rid of that, but now it's like all the bots. You know, and the thing is, the bots are so stupid. They all like promote something that's like Xi something, XAI something. It's like if they were smart, they would change up the comments to look like normal projects. But they continue to shill like these symbols that look just like you can identify instantly that it's fake. If they started like shilling like some project with the 3 symbol letter or something, people would actually probably fall for it. We'll see. They'll probably eventually do it. Anyways, guys, let's see what happens remaining of this day. So far, it's been good. Bitcoin, not so good, but I think it'll come back. The American-based projects are all doing fantastic this morning. And that's because this guy right here may be putting more than Bitcoin into the U.S. Strategic Reserve, which is going to be enormous, huge, massive. All right, guys, smash it a like, subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right, have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.
What do you think about Ripple?
Well, I mean, I think it's too centralized, but I definitely want to meet Chris Larson.